You're doing transitions like this and you're using the kick, it's not just about what it sounds like here as well. You've got to remember that I'm coming out of a mini break as well. So having a kick here might take away from this one, but just be careful. So let's just have a little listen from the start again. Yeah, so I don't think that's necessarily needed there. But what I probably will start to do with this is maybe add a smaller crash again, just to give that bit extra impact, but do it through. Okay, cool. So coming into this next section, what I need to work on here is these intro plucks that I've got with this lead. So what happens here when I'm listening is these intro plucks, the frequency range on them is these plucks are quite high up. And these leads are quite low down, so you can hear the low end energy in this is sort of. Now what this does is it just gives a little bit more tension building with the sub pad because it's sustained here. So what we want to do now is just duck this. And it just helps the transition. You can have a sustained note going through. I've just basically found that so with this, I'm going to either make this start to go down as well in terms of the filter cutoff. And also makes that wind down sound, or I'm going to use a gain. See what sounds best. Cool. Now, this acid sounds a little bit odd the way it's transitioning through, so because what I'm doing with this acid basically is I'm using this this filter cutoff to rise it and build it into something. So what I'm just going to do at the back end of this is I'm going to then bring this back down again so it transitions a bit nicer. Because what I want it to now do again is build up again, because I've now got another transition where it's coming. Okay, so one thing to be wary of when you're doing this, and this is dependent on your sound, your melody, and the progression and stuff like that, is the harmonies that are in my melody here heavily rely on this sub pad changing to make these top notes change, because there's not a great deal of change in the top notes. So it heavily relies on this chord progression for the harmonies to sort of all make sense up here. So what I've got to be careful with, if this starts to become inaudible, it will then sort of lose the harmonies up here. So I'm going to be very careful with this.